Hey, hello farmers, welcome back to Hazzard County. I just took the Massey Ferguson over to the cornfield that we harvested last season, and he is cultivating that field. It's a big job, so I figured let Courseplay go ahead and do it. And as I dropped him off, I walked over, grabbed the Class tractor with the seed drill, fertilizer spreader on the back of it. Well, you see, I'm washing it off because it's dirty. Park it up, but we're going to grab the Dute Spar and head on down to the field that we cultivated yesterday, the cotton field, and we're going to put the soybean right into it. I'm going to double check the forecast just to make sure. I double checked the crop rotation, and let me just jump right in there for us here. So rotation number 3 is field 96, which we harvested the corn last season on, where it says corn right here. And the next crop I want to put in is, well, I said corn. I just checked it, corn again. So if I switch back from corn to soybean, you can see the yield is going to be 0.95 on either or, so it doesn't matter. It does flicker with the oats on it, but that was, that's what it says previously was in there. And rotation number 4 is the cotton field that we just cultivated in. As far as I know, it's going to count cotton, even though we didn't harvest it. And if you look, if I switch from soybean to corn, the yield is the same. Right at 1. The ratio is at 1. So I decided to put the soybean down there because I need soybean more than I need corn. So that's kind of the plan. I've also made a phone call in to an electrician. An electrician should be coming by here pretty soon. He has no work going on, so hopefully he'll come by here. Yeah, he's going to put something in that just kind of, well, I should just say, came out in the mod hub today on Giants. So hopefully it'll work out for us and we'll show it off later on. Just have to wait for the electrician to come to install it. So as you can see the stats on the animal HUD, yeah, because we got cows last episode. Yeah, the cows, I don't remember them doing this before I got the extra cows, but they seem, they get rather static as you see right now. And then when I get over to, like, I have to get away from the cow barn and they start moving. And occasionally they'll freeze up and move again. So I'm not sure if it has something to do because I don't know where he is. The bull is in here somewhere. The bull in the china shop. Whoops. Excuse me, ma'am. Where is he? Maybe because the game's trying to spawn in 2 different kinds of cows? That should be a problem, though. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea where he is. Did he escape already? I have no idea where that bull went off to. Oh, now I'm getting curious. Where? Yeah, see, then they get static and freeze for a second, and then they'll start moving again. Where? That is rather interesting. Now, I do know, as I just read on Giants Forum also, seasons for console, as we said last time, that's got removed and still in testing. They're testing now a seasons patch for the PC as well, so maybe it's something to do, because I don't see the bull here anymore. But I'm sure he's in the list anyways. So let's turn off the animal HUD because we really don't need that staring us in the face. We're going to take care of the animals after we get done seeding this field. But first stops first. I got seed, but I do not have any fertilizer. Let's see, it's corn. What am I planting? Soybean, yeah. Soybean. Oh yeah, I was also going to check. It'd be a smart thing to do. Where is it? No, not that one. Not that one. Wait, where am I going? Oh, there we go. Soybean. Wait, no, I can't plant soybean. Temperature needs to be 50 degrees, ground temperature. That's not good. Where are we on ground temperature? Okay, so we're not there. All right, so I'll tell you what. I don't know what I'm going to tell you what. Let me go back in. And corn can't be planted either. What we can do, though, is we'll head over to the other fields and we'll plant those. How about that? So I said canola, and I think I'm going to put down some oats just because I should have enough oats for the horses, but you know, you never know what's going on. I really don't care about the crop rotation over there. They're small. I don't want to say they're small fields, but in comparison, they are small fields. So the two things I really wanted to plant, soy and corn, ground temperature is only 46. We need it to be 50. And it's only the second day of spring, so we're okay. So we'll head over. I want to do some seeding today only because we've done plowing and cultivating the last couple of episodes. And yeah, I just want to get some more crop back into the ground. Now I could plant all oats over here, but I think we'll sell a little bit of canola. Or should I just go old canola? See, this is what I've told you before. When I get ready to go ahead and plant something, even on the way there, I'm like, no, let's do this. No, let's do that. You gotta always be thinking, be ahead of the game. At least I try to be. So yeah, we'll plant these two fields over here, and then we'll take care of the animals. Hopefully by then the electrician is done doing what he needs to do. Looks like I got enough cash in the bank today to do what we need to do. It's not going to take much cash, I don't believe. And I think I'll stop off. I still have the work area over here. I think I left that up because it's so cheap. I just left it up. Are weeds growing back already? Okay, so he's got weeds in that field. I just want to make sure the seed drill is all repaired. And I keep forgetting how bumpy this road is. And I'm on a country road and I'm doing like 45. And definitely should slow down for the bridge. You don't want to be flying off that. Wait a minute. Your fertilizer is down here, Peanut. Let's open that up. I think this just barely fits in here. Fertilizer, yes please. That could be a little expensive. Let me back up so it's kind of in there. Not too bad. Now the seeds are up at top. Might as well leave the seed roll open. Try to get a good camera angle here. There's a good, decent one. I could just ride in cab. That would have been easier, but no. There we go. Now we're out. We're good. Yeah, I just want to make sure I got enough oats. I mean, I think I got more than enough, but, you know, I don't know what's going on with the horses, why I keep earning less and less as each day passes. It's not an extreme amount. And I do believe there is only one horse paddock on the map right now. I guess I could always build one myself and put more horses down. But I really don't see us doing that. So meaning I could always just get more horses and that I would just need more feed, right? I mean, the horses... Yeah, I'm starting to think the heck with the oats, but I'm fighting with myself. Let me just roll on down here, stop at the garage, just check over the seed row really quick. And make sure it's ready to go. It's not fully repaired, so let's repair it, not repaint. Yes, thank you very much. Alright, now I got a really good seed roll. All set to go for me. I thought the tire was off the ground. Alright, let me just... I know I'm fighting with myself. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, I got 53,000 liters of oats. And if we look on the animal HUD, if I can hit the right buttons here. So horses, for 2 days, they require somewhere around 1,000 liters. So I need like 6,000 liters to, we'll just say 10,000 liters for a season. Yeah, we're good. So I say... I don't need straw. I'm going to have plenty of straw from the big fields. So I say we go ahead and let me select down here. We're going to plant canola. I mean, why not? I'm planting a whole bunch of canola on Farmer's Dynasty. Why not plant some more canola in Farmer's Dynasty? I mean, in Farming Simulator. Yeah, see, the minute I say canola, my brain immediately just says Farmer's Dynasty. Alright, so let's unfold that guy. There we go again, calling my tractors and implements guys. Lower it down. Turn it on. And yep, we're going to plant both fields, which technically is one field, all canola. This makes it easier, but I also come over with a harvester. I can just go ahead and harvest one single crop. I did check canola. 41 degrees. Yeah, okay. Now I'm getting nervous there now. Nervous Purvis. And this should be the third stage of fertilization as well. Just make sure I get all that I can here. Now the way the seed drill is, I'm pretty sure I can seed both fields without running out of fertilizer and seed for sure. Yeah, so now we just got to wait for the ground temperature to rise up, which I do believe it's not going to take too long to get above 50 degrees. I mean, considering 2 days ago the ground temperature was at 30, and well, technically 36 hours later we're in the mid-40s on ground temperature. So we'll just have to make sure the ground temperature gets to at least 50 degrees. I just want to plant it as soon as I can so it's ready for harvest as soon as seasons allows it to be. And that way it just gives me more time and more chances to harvest it, because yeah, last fall the crops were wet very often. Now the good thing about, well, I don't want to say the good thing. I guess the only positive thing about that is we can cut the grass while it's wet. So, I mean, is that what you really want to do? Probably not, but it works out. And if it's wet, well, whatever, we'll just take the grass and we'll make silage out of it. And I can always sell silage. It's not a great price for $100 per 1,000, but it's better than just having the grass sit, you know, not mowing the grass and not leaving it, you know, just leaving it there. So might as well cut the grass, make silage, make some money off these fields. Alright, so there is our first headland done. Not that I really need to do headlands, but I'll probably do about 3 headlands and maybe start going up and down the field. But probably the best thing for you to do while I'm doing this, we'll look into a time lapse here in just a bit. Yeah, so I'm kind of interested to see how the electrician's going to do this. Hopefully when we get back, it'll be all set up. I'm not sure it's going to work the way I intend it to. It may or may not work at all. I don't know. But I mentioned I wish I could do something before, and voila, within like 2 days, someone. I'm sure it's not because of me, but yeah. I want to leave it as a little bit of surprise for you guys, because like I said, I hate. And then if it doesn't work, at least I'll explain what we're doing. Because from what the mod description says, it says it works for, I think it said it works for base game stuff. And of course, a lot of the things on these maps nowadays, it's not base game, so fingers crossed that it works. Which then now you already know I haven't tested it yet, but good stuff, huh? So yeah, so we're bypassing oats. If anything, when fall comes and there's an oat field for a contract, I might take it. But from what I'm seeing, what the horses need for oats, I think we're fine. I need to stop worrying about it. The chickens are going to be fine because we do have a big field of wheat, so not a problem there. And of course the cows, we just need corn, soybean, and silage. And silage is not a problem because we got grass. Should have plenty of corn. I just need the soybean. So I'm thinking that field of cotton that was, I should be more than enough soybean for the cows for a while. Although I do need to be careful because our cows are expecting offspring. I don't know how many cows, but you know, we just have to keep that in mind that we are going to get more and more cows now, and now I got double the cows that we have. Yeah, just got to be careful about it. I mean, if worse comes to worse, just have to sell them. That's all. So remember that time lapse I was talking about? This is probably the best time for it right here. Get this field finished as soon as we can. You just got to remember, it's still early spring, so it's going to get dark here probably within the next 2 in-game hours. And then I got to take care of the animals, and so I might be doing that in the dark.
I'm feeling way too low to start this night, but I wanna get to your bash. Last night you tried to make me angry, yeah, but this time I get you mad. Oh, don't need apologies enough for this. I'm burning for you. Can't get enough of the weekend. I wanna seize the night like I can't let go. Can't get enough of the weekend. Don't wanna ever get lost to the sun. Oh no, we can't get enough of the weekend. We wanna seize the night like we can't let go. Can't get enough of the weekend. Don't wanna ever get lost to the sun. No, no. Sometimes I wonder how I managed to get so lost in your eyes. It's like you're made of something pure that I'm not, but I'm so glad you are with me. Oh, don't need apologies enough for this. I'm burning for you. Can't get enough of the weekend. I wanna seize the night like I can't let go. Can't get enough of the weekend. Don't wanna ever get lost to the sun. Oh no. You shine brighter, brighter than a diamond.
Well, I guess the good part is I'm actually going to finish this job before it gets dark. I don't think I'll be able to get to finish all the animals before it's dark. When we look at the stats, we'll have to look at them closely. I might skip to the next day, but the cows will definitely need to be done because we bought the cows today, so their demand is a little bit higher on some of their things than others. I think we might be able to squeeze through like the chickens, and I'll have to check on the sheep here. One thing I do like about the Geo for Hazzard County is that the grass grows a little bit faster than it did before, so that's going to help out on the sheep. But there we go. We got 2 fields of canola, if you will. I'm actually thinking now that we got enough fields, I think next season, or maybe after we harvest this fall and before we go into winter, I think we'll merge this field into one like it. I mean, this is all field 100 really, but it's split in 2. So I think after we finish harvesting this fall over here, when we get a moment, we will go ahead and merge the fields together. There's our first shed that we put down. Now I have nothing in it, which is kind of weird to say that. So if we look at the stats here, the sheep, grass or hay, they're down to 33%. You know, I think they could make it through the night. Water, I mean, I'm here. Water's not a big deal. We can go ahead and give them water. Up to 63 sheep. Now, I think we said this holds like, what, 250? So, that, you know, eventually their grass field is not going to last too long for them because, I mean, we started with 30? I want to say 30 sheep. I don't know. So, the cows. Yeah, we need to get the cows some straw, some water, some Tomex rations. Cleanliness I don't worry about too much. The chickens I may go ahead and they're at 25%, but I mean they're right there at the farm, so I guess now it's time to drive on over to the farm and take care of that as well. Let's see if we can get the animals done in a decent rate here. Well, the electrician has just texted me and said he's done. One sign's working, another sign isn't, and I said sign, yep. So hopefully the sign I want working is the one that's working, but we'll figure it out here. No, I can see he put the sign here for this silo that I want. So it's basically signs for the silo, let you know what you got in the silo and how much you got of it. So you don't have to go into your menu. So yeah, wheats. This is what you have in the current silo that it's next to. The only thing I got in there are wheat. The reason why it doesn't show oat is because the oats are down by the horse barn. So the other one I put down is over here. Yeah, so if that one's working, this is the one that isn't working. Which is weird. Let me turn on the HUD here. So if I come over, it says customize. It says connected to 2 silos and available field types. If I click on here and select, it does show the crops I can have, which should be soy, corn. Then, whoops, I want silage. Oh, and I just keep on clicking past it. And of course the main thing I want to see is total mixed rations. Space to confirm. And it just doesn't show it. So, I mean, it's recognizing the 2 silos here and what is in the silos, but for some reason the display board's not showing. I am not sure. I don't know. Yeah, so when the electrician placed down the other sign, let me put my dudes far away because we are... yes, I'm done with the dudes fire for today. It'll be the class tractor we'll use to feed the animals. Yeah, when the electrician placed down the other sign, it just recognized everything immediately and just came right up. He said he didn't have to customize it at all. But this one here, for some reason, I mean, it is the silo. It's recognizing. It's recognizing the silos there. So I don't know. It's not like you got to hook up to power or anything, so I have no idea. There's my class tractor. So first things first, let's take care of the cows. Give them some water. Why do I feel like the bale shredder is over at the horses? Well, if that's over at the horses, I may as well take care of them while I'm over there. Yeah, just drop the fertilizer spreader way off the ground. Brilliant move, sir. Brilliant move. I'm going to put the wide tires on here. I don't want to customize that. I want to customize this. And nope. Wide tires and weights. Yes, please. For $0. Sometimes I forget to hit confirm on that. Alright, so... Okay, so we got the cows with water. Let's give them some total mixed rations. Since it's only 2,000... Yeah, the trailer's here. I was like, since it's only 2,000 liters, let me just grab the other trailer, but... It's just as easy to grab this one. It's right here. The other one's kind of... I'd have to drive in the grass field, drive around. It's not that much of a hassle. It'd probably fit better in the barn itself. And I probably shouldn't have had an electrician put that there because it's kind of in the way. Before I needed 2,000 liters. I might need 4,000 liters now, so we'll just put like 5,000 liters in. And the horses don't need any, they don't need any oats. So if I go over the class tractor and the bale spike, we can top them off with some straw and some hay as well. Might as well make sure they get through the night fine. I think I'll just take care of all of my animals. That way, first thing tomorrow morning, I don't have to do anything. Well, I shouldn't say that. If the ground temperature is good, then I can get right onto seeding or something like that. So 3,600 liters of silage is all these cows require. And I will leave the barn doors open. I trust the cows not to go anywhere. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the sign. I mean, the sign is I'm going the wrong way. That's fine. The sign is recognizing the silos are there. It sees what can be stored in the silos, but for some reason it's just not displaying. Now the only thing I'll leave at the other silo is oats. So do I want to put a sign there? I guess I can see how it goes. Meaning, call the electrician tomorrow and say if he just minds wiring up another sign for us if I feel the need to. Because the only time I'm actually over there is for the horses. Alright, the one thing I just remembered is there are no more hay bales over at the horses. The ones that we had there were ones we bought from the store. Now that we got our own, I must take one of those. Oh good, our worker's done. He's probably happy he's getting done before dark. So the one hay bale I have here, let me go ahead and grab this. Yep, can't see what I'm doing because I'm too lazy to move the mouse. Alright, so I do believe the bale trailer, the bale shredder is over there. I didn't put it in this barn, did I? Because that would just frustrate the heck out of me if I did. I mean, I don't mind if I put it... Open up. I don't mind if I put it in here. Just the baler is in here. That's the only thing in here. So the bale shredder should be over there. Alright, so I shall see you, as I keep looking around here because I feel like I'm just missing it. I shall see you over the horses. We'll give them some of this hay, and I'll put this under storage. And hopefully this hay bale doesn't disappear over there. If this hay bale disappears over there overnight or whatever, then I'm going to stop storing the hay bales there. I mean, the hay bales are staying fine at the sheep barn. So, I don't know. But anyways, let's go over it. We'll take care of the horses. You know, I should take care of the sheep as well. I mean, we're over there. May as well. I even may take this hay bale that I have. But yeah, I'll see you over at the horses. I can tell it's starting to get a little dark out. The sun starts to drop. I got my beacons and my headlights on just because I am a hazard to traffic at all times with my driving style. So, as of right now, the fields that we have, we only got 2 more fields that need to be seeded. One's going to be corn, one's going to be soybean. The corn is just basically right now kind of for the cows, and whatever extra we have is being brought down to the ethanol plant. So next winter, I should be able to make more cash than I did this past winter, only that is if I can harvest the fields. So yeah, just at the cornfield that we have, for some reason that corn never matured far enough so it can be harvested. So that's why that corn is still there. And it's kind of odd that the corn that was ready for harvest did not make it through the winter. But sure, whatever. It's fine. It wasn't that much of it, so like I said, I feel like we made a killing on the ethanol fuel as it is. Alright, so that should be the horses fed. Yeah, they didn't take much. Let me just hop out here. This, you know, I said it a couple times before, and I said I do like the task of bringing, you know, getting a tanker and feeding the animals, or giving the animals their own water. And now I'm at the point of, I love that mod to where, alright, fall off. I came through here. No, I did not see. Did I put that? Is that in this shed over here? I think so. There it is. I was only questioning it because I used to put the animal trailer in here. I need to get some grass killer because I got some grass growing in my shed here. I need to take care of that. The question is there a straw, any kind of straw in there? Yes, there is. And actually, there's plenty of it. I'm just curious. Now, I know it faces this way. If may I face the wrong way? Is that a thing? No, I cannot. So there's only one way to face. Is there a way to... So, no, I was just trying to read everything to see if there's a way to change the direction that the chute faces, and there is not. So, to the right, apparently, is the way it needs to go. So this is where our oats are stored. So I could put down one of those digital displays down here. But that would, I mean, really, if I'm around the map, it's like, how much oats do I have for the horses? I'm not going to seed every day. The main silo that we have, I'll see every day because that's where that's where everything's going to be. And okay, they're taking more straw than I thought. All right, so they're all set. Should be. So the bale shredder needs to come with us. I really should close that door. Only because I don't own this property, so I don't want nothing getting in there and causing problems. The horse trainer actually owns this property. We're just getting paid to keep the animals fed. And he's getting paid to train them. He is the horse helper. Alright, so lift that up. I'm just going to take this hay bale with us to feed the sheep. That way I don't have to go in the shed there. Just trying to get the work done before it gets too dark. I'm actually surprised at 6:30 in the evening that it's not dark yet. So let's go pay the sheep a visit. Like I said, I mean, they're at 30%. They might make it through the night with no feed. I mean, without adding feed. But really at this point, let's just go. I mean, they're right around the corner. Then we'll get back. I am going to give the chickens some feed just because I don't want to see no messages waking up in the morning and coming to the farm and getting reports from some of the workers that we got around the farm that so many animals, so many chickens died or whatever. So I am rather interested to see, like I said at the beginning of the episode, that Seasons is in testing for PC, so there must be an update or some fixes coming along. And the console version, they're testing it, but it's not on the test list that Chris usually posts what they're testing. My guess is they're trying to get it right mostly, because I would think at this point that Seasons is going to be part of the game when FS21 comes out. I would think it would. I want to say they could do something else with it, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to give the Giants any ideas right now. Alright, so... Oh, by the way, last time when I fed the sheep some hay, and I was confused about the bale, it wasn't a full 8,000 liter bale when I came in here, so I was confused as to why they took so much but it doesn't show up as, you know, on the animal HUD that they require that much. I didn't have a full bale when I came in here. Do I need to unload it, or do they already take it? I thought the whole bale disappeared there for a second. Alright, so sheep now. I should just look at the animal HUD. That updates really quick. Alright, so if I look at the sheep at the bottom, 100% water, or excuse me, 97% water, 100% grass / hay. The horses are all looking good. The cows just need the straw, and the chickens just need some wheat / barley. So, time to make the journey back over to the main farm. I'm getting used to calling this the sheep farm because the sheep are here. And maybe tomorrow will be a day to sell the wool. I'm just keeping my eye on the wool pricing. But I do want to get back home before it gets too dark. It's getting to be that time. I don't want to drive in my field too much, but there is a huge bump here because, like an idiot, I placed that down, and now I can't terraform there no more. Now, the only thing I could do with that garage, which I didn't try when I sold it, I mean, selling it and placing it back down is not too much because that only costs like $3 grand. I should sell that, save the game, exit. When I reload the game, I wonder if the game will sense that nothing's there, and then I can terraform it. Now, for some reason, well, after I sold it, it wouldn't let me terraform it, so I just put it right back down. But I didn't think about exiting the game and reloading the game and seeing if it'll let me terraform it then. Because that bump is a little bit annoying. And looking back at it, when I did that, I was thinking about starting the episode over. I think that was episode 1. I said I should just start this whole episode over, which I wouldn't say a whole lot, but it took some time setting some things up. I should have just restarted and placed it down somewhere else, but we're working around it. It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, let's get back to the farm here. I need to relieve my worker. I might do that first, so you can get, I mean, I don't know why he can't drive the tractor back. The house is right, he's staying right in, I mean, the house right there on the hill, that's where Mr. Anderson lived. That was his main house, but that's where I'd let the workers stay because there's plenty of rooms in that house, multiple bathrooms, so I can have like 4 or 5 workers staying there. We don't pay our workers to work in the field. They get free room and board, so that means meals and a place to stay. So occasionally I send them off to work. That's what we do. On the way back before last time, I've been thinking about this a couple of times. The field on the right, as you can see, has a fence around it, or at least by the road. When I'm working in the field, I find the fence to be a pain in the butt. When I'm driving on the road, and sometimes I lose control, and I almost go into my field on the left-hand side where there's no fence, I worry about crop destruction, and I say, I wish there was a fence on that side. But if I'm working in the field, the fence can get kind of annoying. The one map I remember greatly, I liked the idea of it when it first came out, was Rattlesnake Valley in FS17. And all the fields had like fences around. This had one way to get in there. But after working on the fields, and then you start buying fields, and you're kind of in a rush to get work done, man, those fields were a pain in the butt. Alright, so I do have some straw. I mean, excuse me, I do got enough hay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hay bale down first. I think the worker can just sit in the field for a moment. If he can't find his way back to the farm, then yeah, he should just leave it parked there, and he can stay there. I was hoping to come back and see that that sign all lit up, but apparently not. I'll put this hay bale in here just because of all the wonderful things he does. I know there's a tree behind me somewhere, but nope, didn't hit it. Yes, I'm not quite sure, don't know why that, I mean, it recognizes the silos, so you think it would just light up. Alright, ladies and one gent, are you going to take all this straw? Oh, yes you are. Yes you are. Sure. I was thinking, do it tomorrow. Nope, gonna do it now. Going to do it now. Let me turn on some more lights here. Some work lights. And this is the bale that fell over, and I said, you're the next one to go. Yeah, they're all 8,000 liters. We'll grab that one. Looks like a prime suspect to me. No, I got... Oh. The one thing about this mod that kind of gets me a little bit is, so I had the autoloader disabled, but when you take a bale off, or something, somehow it resets itself once in a while. 1, 2, click it like that. Now it's off. Now this fall we're going to have tons of straw bales, and I think we're just probably going to sell them, because I'm not going through these hardly at all. So he says, and then I start getting more animals, and then I thought about parking the bale shredder in that barn before I close the door, but I'll forget that it's in there, and I won't be able to find it. Nope, too far. Come on. Okay, somehow you fell off that way. That's fine. Now, I will say this. The last 2 times I put straw in this off camera, well, it happened 2 times in a row. So I off camera, I put straw in this. I hitched up, and the shredder did not recognize the bale in there. So I emptied it. Oh, good, it recognizes it. So I emptied it, put a different bale in there. Still didn't recognize it. But not today. Alright, so the last thing we need to do, as I keep on waiting, when you're used to giving animals straw by the trailer, loose straw, and just dumping it in there, how fast it works, and then you get to something like this that takes a while. It's hard getting used to. Yep, I do need to put some, maybe I need to call that electrician and saying, oh yeah, by the way, can you as well come back and install some work lights around here? I mean, work lights would be good for a couple reasons. One, you can see. That's usually a good thing, right? And also kind of keeps it kind of safe around here, security. I don't expect many problems around here. I've seen other farmers have problems where they live. There's a guy named Daggerwin. He seems to have a lot of problems where he is. Let's go grab... And we'll go grab the... I'll leave the beacons on because I may have to go on the road here. Where's that trailer? Trailer should be there next to that one. Yeah, so the sign, the grain sign, the silo sign, does light up at night pretty good. It's kind of funny that the grass off the field that I cut is kind of growing back, but the grass in the field has not yet grown. So something we normally don't do on camera is work at night, but you know, we definitely got to take care of the animals. I don't want any of them perishing. This is one thing about farm equipment, but you gotta drive slow, Peanut. Is at night we got headlights on. Can't really see that far. Alright, the only thing I got in here is wheat. So I have 22,069. How fast does this react? That reacts pretty darn quick. Yep. Not too bad. So part of me kind of wouldn't mind putting the oats here, just that what works out well for us when I go over to take care of the horses with the oats over there is yeah, the bale shredder is over here. So if I need to take the bale shredder over, I'm not going to be able to take a trailer with me with wheat in it. So right now, the way it is set up, I can kind of, well, yeah, either way, I think I'm kind of, because I won't have a trailer over there to feed them. I don't know. I may have to bring the oats back here or something, just so I can keep an eye on it better. Because it's so hard to hit a button and see. I know. I'm just trying to make it more realistic here a little bit. Which is something I hardly ever... I mean, I tried to do it, but then other times it's like, yeah, this will work just fine. Yeah, so some lights around here wouldn't be a bad idea. Not that I want to work much at night, but wouldn't hurt. Yeah, so as our fields go, what we've been planting, or what we have planted, we got that whole wheat field right next to the house. That's, I mean, that's going to supply the wheat for the chickens for a long time coming. We do have corn, grass and silage, just need the soybeans and oats. But we have, looks like, plenty of oats. So that's all of our animals. Right? I'm just checking everything here. Cleanliness for the cows, that's fine. For some reason that doesn't hurt their productivity. Yeah, everything's looking good. But the sheep, I mean, the sheep are reproducing at a decent rate, it seems like. Alright, so now I just got to find a parking spot for the class tractor. So this metal shed I bought, does this metal shed have a light on it somewhere? I don't think so. I mean, I know where it is, I just can't see. Okay, so beacon's off. Before I turn the engine off, well, look at the light I have on me compared to the tractor lights. I'm just looking up here. Oh, wait, there, I see lights up there. Alright, so where... The paint brushes, cord, electrical wires. Usually the light switch would be somewhere. Yeah, there are lights up there. Well, I had a quick look around on that barn. I mean, there are lights up there. I just couldn't see a light switch anywhere. So now we're up here. Got the passenger. I guess he just didn't want to drive back in the dark with a big tractor and implements. I'm like, well, dude, just turn on your headlights and the beacons, and traffic will kind of. Well, I say they will kind of keep an eye on you, but you know, you'd be fine. But I always say, when you're unsure and you don't mind waiting for help, then or asking for help, you're better off to be safe than sorry. I'll drop him off here. He can head up to the house and do whatever he darn well pleases. Just gonna park it right here. Yeah, needless to say, I probably do need some work lights around here. I did not expect to be working at night. It must be I was born in a barn because I left the doors wide open. Don't want the cows escaping. I parked the truck right over here. I don't know where my car starter is. Never really driven this at night. Okay, just trying to see what I have available to me here. Just gotta be careful, don't be driving into my crops. And I gotta remember that when I'm in the car, I cannot turn off the animal HUD. Now the cows are all moving around. I don't know where our bull bear went. Bear? Wow, okay. Bull cow went. Sorry. I have no idea where bear came from. I think I just had a flashback to Planet Zoo, which I just... If you were watching the Planet Zoo series, I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to get back to it. Things have been kind of crazy with Farmer's Dynasty coming out in full release, and for those of you who watch Farmer's Dynasty, those videos on this channel are just going right away. I mean, that full release video I put out couple weeks ago. Yeah, that's already over 10,000 views. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you joined the channel because of that, and hopefully you're coming along for the ride on Farming Simulator as well. Let's be careful this corner here because there is a cliff and a half there. And make the corner. Perfect. Oh, wow, I should have left the lights on the truck until I got it parked, right? There we go. There is a light for the garage, but... Oops, I think it was closing. Yeah, animal HUD. Now that I'm out of the car, turn that off. So the good news is, like, we're at 18,000. We're going to lose a little bit of cash at midnight, but not much. Let's see. So it's 8 o'clock. I think if we sleep 11 hours, we are good. So the loan and the horses, property maintenance is going up though. Well, it's not going up. I mean, that seemed more expensive than I remember, but I don't really check on it. I just want to make sure we're above zero. We're not really losing that much cash. I mean, like, the solar panels are really paying dividends here. And the reason why the game is taking longer to synchronize because now we are reaching mid-spring. So I'm assuming all the trees that didn't have leaves on them will have some leaves on them. Well, it's not that bad of a morning. And the ground temperature, if you look at the ground temperature, 54 degrees, which is 4 degrees over for planting corn and soybean. So it might be a double field of seeding coming up here. That field right down there, I'll do that one first, the soybean, because we already got corn in the ground. So if I don't, if something were to happen, I do have corn planted, so I need to get some soybean in the ground. So that'll be first. I think this crop grew. So yeah, this crop has grown. So I'll be able to put another stage of fertilization on the fields here. Yeah, the class tractor will be busy doing that. But the good news is we're not losing money during the day anymore, other than buying it. How are my finances? I mean, yeah, it's going to look negative because we bought some stuff. Actually, I made no, that's today. Sorry. Yeah, yesterday we lost 39 grand, but I paid for seed, fertilizer, and I paid for those signs. Yeah, but I think that's where we're going to have to wrap it up. I'll slowly have a cup of coffee in the house here, then I'll head on over to the farm, and maybe I'll call an electrician and get a couple light posts up, and that way we do have some lights around there. And I'll give him a call to see if he knows anything about the sign, to see if he took the wire diagram home with him, so maybe he figured something out. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time in Hazzard County. But until then, have a good one. Actually, I want coffee, but I don't think I have any cream. Any half and half.